Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hit Me Know Me podcast. If this is your first time, welcome to the Hit Me Know Me podcast. All right, I'm gonna see a couple birthdays. We got 3 birthdays here. Happy birthday to Georgie. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
I know you've
birthday.
been supporting this pod. Happy birthday to Uncle Chalo, and happy birthday to Susie. Happy birthday to you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Or yeah, I hope you. Whenever you're watching this, hope you all having a wonderful day. Also, I want to acknowledge our 100 subscribers. Thank you all so much for getting us to 106 subscribers. That's where we're at right now, 106, right?
Yeah, 106.
Unless we get a gain, unless we gain one while filming this. Well, either way. But thank you all so much for giving us 106 subscribers for hitting our goals. I think on my bingo card I think I put 150 or 125.
I don't remember. We're gonna have to look back
Well,
at
I
it.
mean, hopefully we hit that, and I could take that off my bingo card.
The first thing off the bingo card.
I don't think so, is it? No, because you have a TikTok being
Banned
being
or
banned
coming back.
or coming back, and then it came
Yeah.
back. Either way, yeah, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Love you guys so much, for that, and also, riddle of the day. You can touch me, you can break me. You should win me if you want to be mine. What am I? I'm not gonna repeat that because that's a long riddle.
That is very long.
But if you didn't hear, if you can touch me, you can break me. You should win me if you want to be mine. What am I? That's the only times I'm gonna read it. You're gonna have to go back and watch what was the riddle. By the way, thank you all so much again, and let's hit that intro. Hey guys, welcome back from that beautiful intro y'all hear. I've been trying recently to remember the rhythm of it.
The
I
song.
just keep forgetting though. I think it's like
That means you need to find it more
dun
catchy.
dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun or something like that. But either way, it's a good intro. And today's episode's about love. Technically a part 2 to the last one, the heartbreak
Mhm.
episode. If y'all watched that, if you haven't, go watch it. It's a pretty funny one. There's some pretty funny moments. And yeah, this is our love episode. And we're not talking about like romantical love. We're talking about like love within like hobbies, I guess you could say. Like,
Yeah, your passions, stuff like that. Stuff like you're into.
yeah. I mean, I don't think we have anything here that is romantical. But we'll see. We'll see if we have something romantical on here. 'Cause I know some people will love that. But maybe towards the end. But either way, let's get to the first question of this thing. What's something we generally love that has nothing to do with romance?
Um.
I mean, I could say mine. It's
Go for it.
wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Wrestling, I love wrestling. There's like nothing comes close. If my wife told me that I have to, if she told me wrestling or her, wrestling all day, bro.
That's crazy. They'll be like, all right, that's the day my bags are packed. For me, it would have to probably be working on cars. I feel like that has nothing to do, but it's always like a side thing of like where I can just like disengage from the world and just do stuff. So yeah, I would have to say that.
Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see that. I can see that. I can see that for you. I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, that was our first question. I thought it was gonna be longer, but no. We're gonna get through this quick.
We
Watch.
might, yeah.
It's about to be a short pod. 'Cause I'm not into love.
That's why it's about love, not about your thing. Maybe that's a deeper conversation that has to be had.
Oh, love.
You know? Yeah.
When was your first love? That's not a question on here. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying, I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Well then,
But either way.
so passion and hobby. So you know, like stuff like gaming, art, sports, music. So yours is wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say how did that passion start? I know we kind of talked about it before.
Yeah, we have. Where I said that, cause I don't really know where it started. It kind of just like been my whole life, cause of my father, who's watched it for like I don't know how long since Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
the first WrestleMania, or I think that is the second one. think the first one is. I don't remember the first one. It might be the first one though. By the way, yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I could say I've watched it my whole life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I don't remember like a time where, like, oh, like I said I love this. You know.
It's just kind of always been.
Yeah, it's just always been there.
Okay. Is there something else other than wrestling? Because I feel like that's something we all know right now. At least people that watch the pod. Is there something else, like another hobby, passion?
Oh, I mean, gaming, obviously, and then also the cards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Collecting cards now,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I love. I love pretty much a lot. And then WWE has some, so I spend money like no other on those. So yeah, definitely. I mean, those that have grew on me though.
Mm-hmm.
Those have grew on me, but yeah.
And you would say that was something that started recently.
Oh, also the pod, I guess. I mean, yeah, the pod.
Would you consider this a hobby or a passion?
I feel like a passion.
A passion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like a hobby is something that like, I mean, I guess technically it's a hobby, but like, I feel like a hobby is like collecting cards. That's a hobby. Where this is like, I love doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So for someone that doesn't want to talk about love, love's a lot of stuff, you know. Just throwing that out there. Uh, but yeah. So, what was it? So the love.
so the love for passion or hobby.
But yeah, no. I feel like for me, passion. I think something that we haven't talked about a lot on this podcast, which has came up, but we haven't really talked about, would have to be coaching. I feel like coaching is definitely one of my passions, and that's something that, how you would say, like it's kind of just got thrown there and it just became something. Because I never thought of coaching, and I know we've talked about it a bit in another podcast. But yeah, no. Besides that, I mean, gaming, I would consider a hobby, and then collecting cards. I feel like that's something in the last few years, at least, that 3 years, because I think me and Hamito started in 2022, 21. Yeah, we started. So it's been like 3 years already. But whatever. Yeah, you call us low lives, but look who's right behind us collecting the cards too. Yep. But yeah.
The freak is behind us.
What do you mean?
You said look behind us.
Oh, you're so dumb, bro.
What do you mean I'm dumb? You said look behind us. Who's collecting cards?
Like, you know what? Whatever. I'm talking about you. All right.
That's not behind us.
Oh my. Behind me and Jaimito.
Oh, okay. You gotta specify that.
Irritation at its finest. But yeah, so the love, passion, or hobby. So
yeah, I definitely got love for those things, and then also, love between friends. Now, not romantical love, but platonic love.
Mm-hmm.
How deep it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Let me see if I love my friends. I gotta think about it real quick.
That's crazy. First? Yeah. No, definitely. I feel like love for friends is there. I mean, we've grown, especially my little group of friends that we have. We've grown over the years, and even like friend groups that have made like through work and stuff, them too. It's definitely love there, and people that you can like lean on and talk to about stuff that sometimes you can't go to others. Yeah, which is cool. Or just even sometimes stuff that people would understand that they get because they see it from an outside perspective type of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like definitely. I think it depends what type of friend group it is. Like, you obviously have friends still from high school that you're growing with. Yeah, and I feel like those are stronger connections than it is with like friends that you've made recently. But then that's more like grown-up friends, and same thing. I feel like there's still love there. But yeah, it just depends.
It's like your adult friends,
yeah.
Coworkers. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But I got love for my friends. I love them. Even though like some of us will probably say something dumb and then they get mad, you know. I
want to kick you out of a car.
Yeah. I mean, I still love them though. They're still there. They're still stuck with me to this day, I guess you could say. Yeah. And then let me see. The love for experiences. Why some people fall in love with travel, books, and learning.
So experiences. I feel like that does happen, because I feel like books, like, because that is one thing here. Books or even learning. I feel like there is people that love to learn and will continue to learn. Mm-hmm. I feel like I like learning. Loving learning is kind of a different topic. But if it's loving to learn stuff that I am interested in, like fixing cars or how I said earlier, coaching, I feel like that is definitely great.
Yeah, because when you fix cars, you go onto YouTube to learn how to fix a certain thing.
You got to research it and keep looking into it. So yeah, I feel like that is definitely the experience is like a whole nother thing, and it's crazy because like right now that we're talking about these different ones, like people always get stuck like with love, because even when we first talked about this,
Yeah.
like we were talking about like, oh, love and relationships, and it was
Uh-huh.
like, bro, like it doesn't need to be that, and that's kind of why this podcast is this. It's because like, yeah, love is not just about one another and
Romance.
romance. It's like, bro, it can be in travel, it can be in stuff you do every day, or even stuff that you love to look at
Yeah.
and like follow on your social medias and stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
But
bro. It's so crazy. But what's a non? Oh, I didn't say mine. I know you basically just described it. Let's go on to the next question. What's a non-romantic love that has changed our lives?
um, for me, it would have to be coaching. That definitely has
Coaching.
changed.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's changed a lot in my world, and even the way that I think about my career moving forward. So, but yeah, for me, it would have to be coaching.
For me, it would have to be the pod.
Okay.
Yeah, cause definitely it's definitely changed my life, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's serious too. Like it has changed my life. It's changed a lot of views on a lot of things for me
Okay.
about how I could be of myself. Wait, about how I could be myself and like how others could be supportive and everything about it. And yeah, it just goes to show everything. So yeah, it showed me a lot and it's changed a lot for
That's
me.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, so quick question. So, what's something that always brings you joy no matter what? Like
Something that
guaranteed.
well, wrestling.
Wrestling.
Bro, you're gonna hear wrestling a lot this episode.
So
bro.
wrestling, okay, since we are there, what about wrestling, bro? That it's like
what about
so
wrestling
yeah, yeah.
that makes it so?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just curious.
I think it's like it's because like bro. So if you watch WWE, there is that moment in WWE where I think it was the PG era where it's like going nowhere.
Mm.
Where it's just like it's all right, bro. Where John Cena's taking over everything basically.
Okay.
He's burying wrestlers, burying meaning that he's those people are not getting pushed
Yeah, yeah.
anymore after he wins them, he beats them, and then you go through all that, and it's like wow, bro. Like I've stuck with them for like a
Yeah.
minute, bro. Like I went through the mud with them, bro.
Through the trenches.
Went through the trenches with them,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, and then damn, bro, it's cause like you got people, cause wrestling obviously is scripted.
Yes.
You know, I won't say it's fake.
Storytelling. Yeah, yeah.
It's storytelling, and then the stories could be very heartful. Where, for example, Cody Rhodes with his father and everything.
Okay.
That right there, bro, is just emotional right there, cause he got the watch
Okay,
that
yeah, yeah.
Triple H gave him. Where it's just like, dude, there's a lot of story behind that one story there, the bloodline and everything. Where that
Like
whole
they
big family.
They attach to like real world things that are happening as well.
And then it goes into their stories in the wrestling.
Yeah.
So like it's scripted, but it's based off of like real stuff
Mm-hmm.
outside of the ring. Like for example, another example is Matt Hardy and Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Edge that rivalry started because Edge slept with Matt Hardy's girlfriend at the time,
Oh, that's crazy.
who's Lita,
Oh.
who was Lita. Oh no, she's alive. So, but like
Yeah, her character's not in the WWE.
his girlfriend at the time was Lita,
Mm-hmm.
and he slept with her. And then Edge felt so bad that because they're like best friends, they went through so many TLC matches, incredible matches, and then he called him saying, "Hey, bro, I'm really sorry." He
That's
straight up told him that he slept with his girlfriend. So then they made a whole story after based off of that she cheated on him.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's scripted, but like
The investment is there.
yes, like
Yeah.
everything is there. Like sometimes some of these wrestlers have real heat against each other. It's just awesome to see that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, bro, it's just yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool. Which is funny because like you're talking about it and like you hear the passion out of it and like even being able to try to describe it is like so like sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes the passions that you do have are hard to explain, but yeah, every time you talk about it, there's always like a light that is like, yeah, he loves this. But so going into love, what about something that you've fallen out of love with? A passion. So like, have you ever fallen out of love? So obviously wrestling, no, because you said you've been through the trenches with them.
I don't think I have
No.
fell out of love yet. of anything, because I think every hobby or everything I have, it's always been there so far. Like
Okay.
gaming, it's been there. Um, the cards I can't really say that just grew
Yeah,
on
it's
me.
it's new.
So I mean, maybe the only thing might be books, but like because there was a big gap where I wasn't reading anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also don't feel like it was love, you know.
Got you. It was more just a thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Right.
don't think I have. What about you?
Um. So falling out of love for a passion, I don't know. I feel. Oh well. Since we're talking about it a lot, I feel like coaching it's happened to where it's. I wouldn't say currently at this moment, but there has been moments within coaching where it's like, bro, I don't know if this is what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like that happens with anything really that you're doing. Like you have those doubts. But like falling out of love completely. I'm trying to think. Oh, wrestling. I feel like wrestling would be a big one. Like during that era, well, it was funny because I was actually talking to Coach Cole about it the other
Uh-huh.
day. We were inside my office talking about it. Because he said that he hasn't watched a wrestling match in a while, and I told him that we actually watch all the big ones here at the house. Like we just watch Royal Rumble and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like we try to get together for those, and I was like, you should come through and like see how my family gets when they watch it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I would love to jump back into it. I was like, yeah, and I told him that you're really into it.
Mhm.
And then I explained to him, I was like, yeah, I feel like for me, like I liked it, but I fell out of it because like for us, it was in middle school, like that was not cool. Like if you liked it,
Yeah.
like it was not cool. And we were talking about how like for you it was like you didn't care. Like
Mhm.
I'm my person and you can either kick it with me or you can't.
Yeah.
It's up to you. But yeah, wrestling I would say that it's something that I've fallen out of and now it's your fault. I would blame you. Is something that where I start watching more and get into because of that. And I would blame it on the podcast and you, because it's like just so I can keep up, so I can have conversations with you, which is kind of cool.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
cause
yeah,
I don't remember who else told me that. Someone told me something similar to you. Might be one of my cousins. That they started watching because of me again. I
yeah,
was like, bro, that's freaking sick. But yeah, generally that is really sick to me though.
yeah. So and then now we have wrestlers that I watch, like Cero Miedo,
I know.
which is cool.
And then you
But
have wrestlers that when you stop falling in love, when you
yeah,
stop watching, they're still there
yeah,
sometimes.
like WrestleMania, like
John Cena is
John Cena's
having
is
a
back.
retirement tour.
Rey Mysterio,
Randy Orton,
Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. I
Cody
remember him as
Rhodes.
Stardust, not as that.
Um,
Which is that's I remember the other day we were talking about it. I made a comment I think on the podcast about it.
yeah, you did have.
But yeah, like all these wrestlers, and now it's like, oh, like the development of them is crazy. Like I seen them
Yeah,
starting
'cause
off, and now it's like, oh, they're on
yeah,
their end.
you seen them in their
Towards the end.
beginning, and then now they're at their top
Yeah,
of the game right now.
yeah, because I think the last one it had to be Undertaker. I think was the one that we got that he was retiring. I think that was the WrestleMania that I got into.
Where he was retiring,
Yeah,
like during COVID.
yeah.
Damn.
So it would have to be that one because it happened around there. So, but yeah. So, but so is there anything? Well, because you said maybe like a passion thing when you're younger, like middle school age or whatever. Is there something that you could love again the way you used to, or you wish you could? Like it's something you fell out of love with and it's just
And
not your thing no more.
mm, I don't know. Cause cause everything has, like I said earlier, everything has been there so
Mhm.
far, and I haven't fell in love with them yet. I really can't say. Oh, you know what? Thinking about it now, I did used to play with my wrestlers, my toys,
Okay.
and then I stopped playing with them. It's because like after all, you get kind of bored for a bit.
Yeah.
But
Your imagination loses you.
yeah, I think probably like loving that again would be really cool to do again.
That's
To,
actually kind of crazy. That's not what I was thinking about. But yeah.
you know, I've been trying to think of these freaking questions this
Uh-huh.
whole week. I didn't know, and until now, cause like, bro, my dad made the rings
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us,
I
the
remember
wood
that.
rings,
Yeah.
like real rings. So I mean, it's really cool.
But
So I mean, falling in love with that again would be really cool to do.
yeah, that would be. A lot of imagination has to go into it.
Yes.
But that's crazy.
What
For
about you,
me, I don't know if there's anything that I've really fallen out of love like that. That is like, because I feel like wrestling now. I definitely think I love it more. Like I enjoy it more.
Uh huh.
And again, I think it's your fault because it's like I love watching with you because of how you get, and like even like your dad, like the way he gets when like the fights are happening and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. So I think I love it more now than I used to. Found out I love though. I would say playing baseball, like the actual playing of the game,
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of it has changed within the last recent years. Stuff like with my knee that it's bad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to say that I wish I can love playing it as much as I used to, and still enjoy
Yeah.
like even being in the catch position. But yeah, I definitely still have love for the game. I just don't know if I have love for like the actual like wanting to play part of a team, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and you don't have that same competitiveness
Yes.
as before,
Yeah.
because I know you play softball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know you'd be way worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I've definitely the competitiveness in team sports have calmed down. Uh, competitiveness in like gaming, definitely not. I think it's still there.
Oh yeah, it is there.
But yeah, no.
But like, we're saying all these things, and obviously earlier I said that my dad is the
Mhm.
reason why I love wrestling. So like for you or for me too, has anybody influenced your love for something?
So like I said, wrestling has to be you and your dad. I think
Uh-huh.
now. Obviously, my Nino Felix too helped with that when I was younger. Baseball. Your dad and my Nino Felix have to be the main reason why I love it so much. Like I love the game.
Yeah.
Because they were always into it
Mhm.
when we were younger, and playing it was always awesome. And like my Nino Felix and even your dad, like grip types and stuff.
Yeah.
Recently, it has came out more because now that I'm helping the school I'm at with pitching, like one of the coaches is like, yeah, no, I can help with calling pitches, but like when it comes to grips, I don't know anything. It's like, well, yeah, the only reason why I know that is because of your dad. So yeah, I would have to say that it would have to be baseball. It was mainly because of them. Now Disneyland, like the Disney pins and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica has a big thing to do with that, which is not here today, but yeah. So I feel like I have a couple passion stuff that
That were influenced.
yeah, like working on cars. Your dad definitely has something to do with that.
Mm.
Jaimito too, like when we work on the bugs. So yeah, it's definitely. I feel like there's a lot of the passions are influenced for me by other people. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
So
Yeah, because for me, earlier I said my dad, and I think that might be the only one that I could think of.
mm-hmm.
Because gaming, it's just been there.
And I feel like we all started that just out of the.
It's
like,
just been
there.
ourselves.
Yeah, it's just now with internet we've come together to game together.
Well, I mean, I guess I could say vinyls.
Oh, okay.
Vinyls were influenced by you and Jess.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you guys got my first one, the J. Cole one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the J. Cole album. And that's when I told you guys, oh, I want to get into it. Coincidentally, when she got me the DC.
Oh yeah,
The CD.
the CD
the,
last
the,
week
the CD.
before the start of the.
When
Pod.
literally I said to her, oh, I've been trying to get into the CDs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she buys me a CD the same day I told her. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I think those are part of the two things you guys probably that people have influenced me on.
I know. The podcast. I would have to blame you for that.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
For me, the podcast would be one thing. I forgot about this. Yeah, because why I started going crazy and started seeing how to make this quality better. I would definitely have to call this now a passion because yeah, we've poured a lot into this.
There has been a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
we made this within a day.
Yes, literally.
Or a weekend.
Yeah, literally, probably 48 hours. 48 hours, and we had a podcast going.
Yes, and then we recorded the weekend after.
Yeah, the episode 0.
I think we recorded the weekend after
with no table. All we had was the whiteboard one.
We just had the whiteboard table.
Yeah, no. Hey, this little room has gone a long way. This podcast has gone a long way.
It has gone a very long
Yeah.
way, and it's gonna go even more longer because we have 100 subscribers.
Yep, 106.
So once we hit 500, that's when I retire. No, just kidding.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna retire too. There's
0 people watching.
0 people watching.
Upload a video and there's no one that watches.
Until I lose my last breath.
That's crazy.
You're gonna see me in the pod one day.
Like, yeah, that's it. The show's
Last
over,
day of
guys.
the pod, guys. But yeah, I think those are a part of these things that influence the pod, vinyls, and wrestling in my life so far. And if people that know me deeply like that, then you guys could tell me that. You guys could correct me if you want.
But yeah, if you have any passions or anything, please put them down in the comments below. Let us know. We would love to hear you guys, see what you guys like. But yeah, so rediscovering passion, which I guess is hard because you don't have like you said, you don't have a lot that you don't like recall at least like that. But I guess we'll go through them. If we go fast, we go fast.
Yeah.
So, what do we love for things that we used to enjoy? So you obviously.
Well, I did say the playing with the wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
And we said that.
So why do you think that is?
I think it's because like you get older, and your imagination is just not the same as it used to be when you're a kid. When you're a kid, like you have no worries in the world.
Okay. So hear me out.
Your imagination is wild.
So is it that you lose the imagination, or the imagination just doesn't spark anymore because of the life changes that are happening?
I think it doesn't spark anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy. So technically speaking, that means your imagination's still there. Like it's still in there. It's just you got to find something to like fuel it.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, because there's always something going on. To either have homework or something, you know, or for others, it's probably homework. It's probably work.
Yeah.
Probably some other stuff going on in life that they just lose interest in something.
Mm-hmm.
Where someone reading, probably something their family's loud, maybe, and they can't read. They probably need to focus.
Then don't have that quiet spot.
Yeah, and that just stresses them out. So I mean, I can see why you'll lose love for something.
Lose the passion of it.
Yeah, because why do you think you lost the love for something?
So I feel like recently now that I'm older, it has to do with burnout and stress.
Yeah,
I feel like you get pushed so much to your limit of that thing, and that's where it turns from being a passion to being more of a chore.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like I was saying earlier, like the coaching stuff, I feel like at one point that's what happened is like, oh, this wasn't fun anymore because I can't just coach. There's more stuff that go into it now. And again, it was like more thrown onto it versus you wanting to take on the role. And even like car stuff, like fixing cars, like when a car breaks down and you have to fix it, it's not as fun as you like, hey, my bug needs work today, so I'm gonna like tune up the carbs. But no, the Corolla needs new spark plugs. If not, I don't have a right to get to work. Like that's stress.
Yeah.
So I feel like it has to do with those two. But yeah, that's what I would have to say. But and then how do you fall? So the next question to follow this would be, how do you fall back into that passion?
How to fall back in love.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, obviously you gotta try to remove the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, yeah, that's you got at least at one day at least, or like for probably a few minutes or whatever you're doing. It's like try to go in the room, sit there, you know, do whatever you want to do, read a book or something, play a video game, and like just try to like avoid everything else in the world for like at least an hour.
Yeah.
Unless you're really busy, then 15 minutes. But I mean, you gotta try to remove everything else that's getting in your way.
Yeah, and I feel like putting time aside for that thing matters too. Like whatever it is, like aside, like other than what is already generated for that time, right? Mm-hmm. So like for you wrestling, like making sure you watch it on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown, like having that time to where it's just you and that thing, right? And I think it is doable. I feel like a lot of people get stuck in the sense of like, no, I don't have time in the day for this. But it's like, bro, you have 24 hours in the day. Mm-hmm. 24 hours. Like, there's enough time. It's just you're not making the time to do what you want. And I feel like that's what it comes down to, is finding the time, like you said, and the location, and just doing it. And, yeah, unless you're really that busy. But, oh, man, I don't know. I've heard all these stories, and it's not that you're too busy. It's just you're too busy to make the time for it.
Yeah. Because
guess what? If it is work, and you're doing it at home, and you're not getting paid for it, guess what? You probably should not be doing it at home to begin with. So, yeah, that's what I would say. But, yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, another way is trying it in a new way.
Yeah. That's like, true.
I mean, let me see. I'm trying to think of an example. You have an example?
Trying it in a new way?
Yeah. Because, like, Legos.
Uh-huh.
For an artiste, they can make like a house with it if they had a hobby with Legos.
Yeah.
Where they have that imagination, they have that talent to make a house with just random Legos laying around, like Juanchis.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet he can.
He
He can
probably
make a
can.
mansion probably.
Yes, he
I
can.
won't even be surprised.
And detailed.
Yes, bro. And then yeah, bro. Maybe trying a new way wrestling. Maybe try figuring out. I don't know how you try that in a new way, but
I mean, instead of watching it live, you watch YouTube videos.
oh, you watch the highlights and
Yeah,
everything.
like you don't have to watch the full. If you
Instead
don't
of
think
trying
you
to
have
force yourself to catch up with everything, just
highlight
you
of what's
see
going
it
on.
there.
Yeah, I guess that would be one way. Drawing can be instead of paper and pencil, digital, and maybe even I know for drawing, there's a lot of different ways. Actually, you can right now that you said that to redo it. I mean, you can even do the books that gives you the idea. Like sometimes, and I remember because I bought one for Jessica one year. It's literally a book, and it'll say like a top. It'll be like draw something that has to do with the living world, and you draw like a plant, and it's like a detailed thing that walks through you.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Like you can find stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like that's a good way to put it. Like trying a different perspective, and whatever that is. So
Yeah. Should do something.
yeah.
But yeah. Let's see here. Have you ever given up on something we loved only to find it again later? Obviously, we have Emilio's wrestling thing.
Yeah.
That he fell out of love for. Because, I mean, why do you think you fell out of love with it?
I think it was that. It was just not cool to watch it back then. Like
Okay.
it was like, oh, you watch wrestling? That's weird. And it
It's
was
fake,
like,
you know that?
and it was like, yeah, like that is true. And I feel like at the time it kind of lines up with what you were saying, like the era of where like everything felt so repetitive.
Yeah.
And it was kind of boring because of how repetitive it was. I think that had to do with it too. And then the time, I don't think we would sit down and watch it because I remember like when I was younger, we would purposely like, oh, we're gonna go watch WrestleMania at Manino Felix's house. Michelle's gonna make lasagna.
Yeah.
Like that's what we all look forward to. I mean, all the other stuff wasn't. It was all pay per view, so we couldn't really afford it. Till my Nino Felix got a laptop, and then there's
Figure this stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like the hardness of trying to watch it, I think, played into it too.
Yeah.
But definitely, I feel like the big perspective was that it was like to the people you were around, it was not cool, and we just allowed that to dictate like what our standards were. So, which is cool that you didn't allow that to happen, which is kind of crazy.
Hell no.
But
And let those people affect me. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well,
that's because people. I don't know why people love the blood. Some of those people that were into the blood and everything, the gore, they fell out of love for that reason because they stopped doing that.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah,
because I remember
they
when
went into the PG era and there was no blood no more.
Yeah,
it's all kid stuff. It's all supposed to be just running jokes half of the time. So it's just like
you see, because I don't remember all that. Because I gotta say, I think the last big match I remember. Or WrestleMania wise, at least, was Shawn Michaels and John Cena, where they battled it out for
that long ago.
Yeah, I feel like that was the last big match that I remember, at least to me. And I the only reason I remember is because I was wearing a DX shirt, and underneath I was wearing a John Cena shirt, and John Cena won the belt that year, and I took off the DX shirt, and then your dad and Manino Felix were like flaming me for it. He's like, wow. I mean, at that time, I didn't know bandwagoning, and that was kind of that, and it was just funny, but it was kind of part of it. But yeah, so yeah, that definitely has to think. I think that has to be the last one. That has to be like my seventh or eighth grade year, bro.
Jeez.
Yep.
That is so long ago. That is very long ago. I don't think I was even born yet. I don't think I was even a thought.
That's crazy. Oh,
no,
maybe
I think I was
no,
born.
yeah, you were.
I think I was born.
You're probably.
I think when that happened, it actually might have been the year I was born. It might have been 2005 when it happened. But yeah, I mean, have I? No, I don't think I have. Because, I mean, cards, I remember cards collecting them, but I didn't keep them safe enough to, like, keep them like I do now.
Yeah, imagine all the Pokemon cards, bro.
I didn't collect Pokemon. I collected baseball and basketball. So imagine those. I had a Michael Jordan card. I don't remember what happened to it, though.
That's crazy. Yeah, we probably had so much money in our hands, and we didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But, yeah, no. I guess this next one, So losing trust, right? So this is calling what happens when it's broken. So trust and love, which is not about relationships, which is kind of funny that this is in here, but
Yeah.
so losing trust in yourself. So stuff that you probably liked and didn't think about doing, like taking back on, like those cards. Like imagine we like younger that we knew about this stuff, like we learned about it,
Mm-hmm.
like how much that would have fueled now to today. Because right now, I mean, we have quite a few cards.
We have quite a few. I could get us out the hood.
Yeah, yeah, freaking the Otani card, bro. But yeah, losing trust in yourself. So has there been that moment, or even like I guess there I would
Losing
play it
trust
into
in
this
myself.
podcast. Like the self doubt. Like imagine if we would have self doubted and not started this.
Bro.
Like what we would have looked like today.
I mean, there might have been that moment where
Uh
we
huh.
probably had thought about like, why would we don't get enough, you
Yeah.
know? But then knowing me, I probably said something like, "Who cares?"
No, you see, but that's the thing that works. So like I would say that failure I think is a big thing. Which is funny because I was actually talking to one of the boys about it on
Yeah.
Thursday. He asked me straight up. He goes, "Coach, when you started the podcast with your cousin, what was it? Like, what was it about that you guys just did it?" I was like, "Bro, he came home one day and was like, I need something to do for the summer," and we just started talking about what he can do. And then he said talking about a podcast. I was like, "Bro, that would be pretty cool." Next day, we were buying a mic, and the rest is history, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. This one's definitely a little harder because I feel like there hasn't been a lot of stuff.
Because I mean, you can count video games.
Failure,
Yeah.
failure, definitely in video
Multiple
games.
war zones. We
Yes,
failed.
yes.
Multiple Fortnite battle
Yup.
royals. Some other games.
Yeah.
Losing against you
Rocket
guys.
League.
Losing against you guys. Rocket League. So many games out there. And
Yeah, I
playing
feel like
against
that
other
would be
people.
failure. Failure, I think, definitely
It's a big thing.
helps with you falling out of it.
But like you need failure though.
So you do, because if you don't have the failure, you don't grow.
Cause I mean, I guess I could go into school for this.
Mm-hmm.
Is where I wasn't doing good in the classes,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, bro, I'm a fail. Basically,
Yeah.
I mean, but like, I think I kind of needed that though. In order, you need that to grow.
Yeah.
You need failure.
Yeah, you do.
You need to be humbled.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That's
And you do. I think that's definitely part of the growing, which can go into like the rebuilding, right? I
Yeah.
feel like it does take the small steps, to do it. So it is small steps. Like for that class, it's one assignment at a time. I mean, me being a teacher and helping kids that deal with this sometimes from day to day, of like failing classes, like bro, if you don't start that one, then you're just gonna keep falling back. And just making a plan for it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing here would be knowing when to let go and when to push through.
because I mean, it doesn't have to be a hobby or anything. It could also be people
Yeah, it can be.
where you probably lost trust in someone, and then it took you guys like a cool while to get to know, like not get to know
Like
each other,
to
to like
allow it.
to rebuild your trust.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like that's definitely easier to think about when it comes to people. Because I feel like because like losing trust in something is kind of like, how do I lose trust in baseball?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Where
but
with
yeah.
people, you already have the thought like, oh, I trust this person a lot,
Yeah.
and because baseball and everything, it's gonna be there always.
Yeah.
Where that person, it could be a quick moment where they leave you. It could be love or anything,
Yeah.
and then like you break that trust. That's basically it.
So then going there, how do you rebuild that then? How do you try to rebuild the trust with someone once that trust is
Well,
broken?
I
Do you think it's
mean,
doable?
It depends. It depends on what you did.
Okay.
But then there's also the thing where everyone deserves a second chance or this and
Uh-huh.
that, right? Well, some people deserve a second chance, right? But like, I think it really depends on what kind of trust you broke.
Uh-huh.
Cause like, if let's say, cause one of the biggest ones I know is you lie.
Yeah.
Like you lie something about something big straight to someone's face,
Mhm.
and it's a really important person in your life, it's gonna probably gonna take a long time for that
Yeah,
trust
to
to
grow
grow again,
back.
or they just hate you forever, and that trust is never gonna grow back again.
Yeah,
I mean, that's reality though.
it is. Yeah,
At that,
yeah.
cause like I don't know what you could do to break someone's trust, cause you know what is important
Mm-hmm.
in your relationship with that person, so you should know what to break and what not to
Well, not to
break.
break. Yeah, that's a
Cause,
good way to put it.
Cause like I mean I guess like there's funny ways you could. I mean, not really breaks, nah, cause like you can't even break someone's trust in a funny way. I was gonna say like you could like be just kidding around with someone.
But I feel like that's not really breaking the
That's not
trust.
breaking the trust.
Yeah,
That you're
that's more.
joking with each other.
And someone just gets butthurt.
Yeah,
That's like a different thing.
that's joking with each other.
Yeah.
Unless the joke took too far,
It was
then
something that was personal.
yeah,
I guess. Like something you told someone and they
it
use that to
was.
attack you in that
Mm,
way. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I see it. I hear you.
yeah, or like yeah, they trust you enough to talk to them like that, and then you just blasted their business in front of everyone.
Yeah, okay. I guess yeah, that the trust is lost there.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can't be lost in a joking manner. But yeah, I feel like it is hard to build trust back up. Like
yeah,
once
very hard.
once you lose that with someone, it's kind of hard for it to be built again.
Very.
Now do I think it comes to a point where it can't be built at all? No. I feel like you can build it back, but it just comes down to for one how you said,
Yeah,
and two what happened. Like in a relationship, like someone cheated on you, my belief is, you know what? You cheated, always a cheater.
yeah,
So call it quits. But yeah. So, but friendships, I feel like sometimes stuff happens, and if it's
yeah.
deep enough, like if that friendship was deep enough, then you're good.
You can
But
fix it.
yeah, and then family, same thing. I feel like it just depends who it was and what happened. So
Yeah, because family and friends, you could probably fix it,
yeah,
and then you have to be the one to fix it though. If you're the one that broke the trust,
yes,
you
you
can't just
can
expect the other person
yeah,
coming up to you.
yeah, yeah. Which I
Hey,
think that is the problem too in today's
people
society.
people expect the
Yes,
other person to
and
come.
it's like, wait, hold up, you hurt me.
Yeah,
You should come
you
talk
should
to
be the
me.
bigger person.
Yeah.
Come up to me and be that person. Where in
So
relationships are different. A romantic relationships are way different than
yeah,
family and friends.
no, it
At least
is
for me.
way differently. Like different stuff get played into it.
Yeah, because
So
that's
yeah, if you're gonna have
you
that
get
doubt,
cheated on, bro.
yeah, no, you have that doubt in your mind, bro. There's just not even worth it no more. Just stop where you're at. So then we're talking about that. So knowing when to let go versus when to push through it. So what is that?
Knowing when to let go and push
Yeah.
through it.
Because we are saying there's different stuff. What is that indication of like either one for you?
Cause like I mean, say so if you're in a romantic relationship, going based off the last thing you said, if you're in a romantic relationship and then you're very much in love with that person, say
Uh-huh.
you're with them for like 4 years, it's gonna take a while, right?
Yeah.
Where that trust can be very hard, like very unbelievable that they broke
Let
it.
it broke it.
So I mean, you gotta know like you gotta recognize of what
Mm-hmm.
what they did wrong and everything, and that you're gonna have to let go.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to let go of them because like I mean that's like a huge trust thing that they broke.
Yeah.
Where I really don't know how to describe it.
But I feel like you're on the right point with it, like
Yeah.
on the right track. And I feel like it doesn't have to be just in a relationship. I feel like any relationship, romantic or not, right? And even passion. I feel like there comes a time where it's like maybe this is something I have to let go because it's not the time for it. And or like, okay, I can push through this and we're able to get through it, right? And in the sense I'm talking about that is like let's say cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have to let go of that because it's expensive. Like I mean, blaster packs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Blaster packs are $25, $30 for the basic ones, and it's like, okay, yeah, like right now there's just not that time. And you see how like that's how we're playing in that. When it comes
Yeah.
to like people relationships, I feel like there is like friend groups or people that is just like, yeah, I gotta like this is not healthy. So what are we doing? I feel like that's what it's gonna come down
I
to.
feel like for people relationships, like I said the last one, the
Yeah,
last episode, where you're gonna be okay.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have to recognize you're gonna be okay without them.
Yes.
Where it's gonna take a minute to see that, but you gotta realize at some point you're gonna be okay, and then that at that point you're good to let go. Or I mean, you should be letting go since the beginning, but like at that point, you're okay to let go.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, so transitioning. Would you rather fall in love with something completely new or rekindle an old passion? I feel like
For me, I fall in love with something completely new.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. I feel like something new that I don't know about would be great to like fall in love with.
Maybe reality TV.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Maybe Love Is Blind.
That's crazy. The first season was good at that, but which like everything. But yeah, no, I feel like that would be cool. Something new, something completely new, like something out of the blue, like we're not into currently. That would be cool to get into.
Fall in love with something completely new. Yeah, I would definitely.
But yeah, and then the last one, trust in someone who hurt you once, or start all over with someone new.
Cause like,
You had to choose one. You had.
what
to
kind
choose
of
one.
hurt is it? Well, I mean, what are you gonna choose?
Trust someone who hurt you once, or start. I would start with someone new. It already hurt, and I'm already over it. Why are we gonna go back to that?
Are you over it though? It doesn't say you're over it.
Then even better, or someone new.
You're not gonna be over it and you're gonna start something with someone new?
Yes, because if I'm not over it, then it's like, why am I gonna go back to it? Because think about it. Because then you're gonna be with that same person if you start with that same.
Isn't that gonna be hurt the other person you just got with?
Wait, but I don't think it's talking about like that either.
I know, but like, isn't that gonna hurt the other person?
Or what if that other person helps you through it? Because let's say we're talking about friends. So let's say one of my friends lost my trust, right? And I'm obviously still hurt about what they did to me. And then I find a new friend, but this new friend is helping me work through this stuff.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Excuse the dog noise. He's
I don't
right
know,
here.
cause sometimes I'm not a big believer, but like, I believe second chances.
Okay.
Like, damn. Let's just get to know someone new.
Is that time?
They make new friends, new lover.
But yeah. So yeah, no, that's crazy. But
you guys comment or DM us about passion. I think we said it earlier, but
yeah.
about passion you lost and found again.
Yeah, if there's ever been anything that you fell out in love with, it's kind of cool to hear like some of these people like stuff that they might have like, yeah, I didn't think about this, or they've like didn't realize that they fell out in love with it, and then now it's like, oh, it's back. So yeah, if you have anything, please post it down below or DM us.
Or
yeah,
TikTok or Instagram, however.
So,
but yeah, so time to wrap this up. Our final thoughts. So, how do we keep love alive, not just in relationships, but in life?
I feel like it goes back to how we said it earlier. You just gotta do it. You gotta find the time to do it, and once you find it, is like really structure it towards that. But yeah, I feel like that's what it is, and
yeah, just pay enough attention to it.
Yes.
I'm not saying like a lot.
Yeah, you don't have to be obsessed.
Enough though.
Yeah.
Where you know that you still love it.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a fan question for us or?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I went on my phone earlier just to look for one. Let's see. No. Because I'm trying to remember what we didn't say. I forgot to delete some of these questions.
So how about this listener challenge?
Please.
So, bro, you out there hearing this, watching this, hopefully you made it to this end. How about you try something that you used to love but gave up on? If that's reading a book, drawing, taking photos, whatever that is, whatever that passion was for you, try it again and let us know. DM us. You don't have to put it out in the comments for the world to know if you don't want to. But yeah, DM us. We would love to hear how it felt to be able to just pick up the pen and pencil again and write a story or draw a picture, like something. Like it would be cool. So we're going to try to do this from time to time, like have a listeners challenge. And maybe that's what we can post on Twitter. is listener challenges and see if people respond back to them, which would be kind of cool. Because that's what Twitter is back and forth. But yeah, did you find one?
I want to say yes. All right. What is one situation you're in that you could say lesson learned?
One situation that I'm in. Oh.
Yeah, what is one situation you're in that you could say lesson learned?
I would have to say this whole coaching thing. At least this past couple months. So I would have to say that. Like, lesson definitely learned of knowing when to say no. Or, hey, no, there's a lot. Someone else should do this. So, yeah, that's what I would have to say. That's been a big one for me lately.
Understandable. For me, it would have to be recently too, where I felt something. I'm not gonna say what, because I know it's gonna be a big thing when if I say what it is. Where I felt something, and I didn't wake up early enough to do it, and I felt the thing. I lesson learned that day.
Alarm clocks are real, bro.
I didn't hear my alarm clock, so make sure your alarm clock is on.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. So lesson learned.
Yeah, lesson learned.
But yeah, cool little podcast. It might be a little short, but
I was definitely humbled.
It was nice. Definitely humbled. Hey, you need some of those in life.
Yes, like I said earlier, you need to be humbled. But yes, thank you everyone for watching this watching this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all related to it or not. Just thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you all again for 100. Let's try to get to 125.
125.
And then
where you need 20 more.
Let's hit 500 at the end of the year.
Damn, that's crazy.
that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. But if you think about it, it is possible.
It could happen.
If our 100 followers would just press the repost button.
Yeah.
And at least 2 of those people respond.
Yeah, at least 2 subscribers each person.
Each person, that's 300. We only need 200 more.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need.
No biggie.
You know, I'm not pressuring y'all. But like
we would love the help.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like we said earlier, just comment down below if you lost love in something, or if you found it again, or if you like to find it again. And yeah, comment down the riddle. And yes, I love you guys. We love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, morning, day, night, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, bless you all. Amen. Goodbye.
Bye. Not too shabby.